Hello friends, my name is Iain McMillan. Now I am not Joe Osborne, as you can tell, he is not in today. So I've got 3 college basketball picks for you on the Tuesday edition of Guys and Bets Quickies. And then Ninja has his best soccer play of the day. But first, let's get into the biggest basketball game of the night. It is Michigan State at home to Iowa. I've talked about how much I like Luka Garza, but I'm fading him in the Hawkeyes tonight. Give me Michigan State -8, and here is why. So, the Spartans have been streaky at best recently, but their numbers when they play at home are undeniable. They're scoring 11 more points per game at home and allowing opponents to score 7.2 fewer points per game. That's right, their average scoring margin jumps from plus 2.6 on the road to plus 20.8 at home. That's the 3rd highest home scoring margin in the country. Moving on, the Spartans will have a big advantage on defense. They are 4th in opponent field goal percentage and 14th in defensive efficiency. Iowa, on the other hand, 170th in opponent field goal percentage, 204th in defensive efficiency. Now, Michigan State already has a rebounding advantage, but listen to this. They are 40th in offensive rebounding rate, while Iowa is 230th in defensive rebounding rate. The Spartans should be able to get some second scoring chances tonight, so I like the Spartans to cover the 8-point spread at home. Now moving on, we are going to the MAC for my second pick. Toledo likes to shoot the 3 ball. They are 61st in 3-point shot rate. Meanwhile, Central Michigan isn't so great at defending it. 35.5% of points scored against Central Michigan come from beyond the arc. That's the 41st highest mark in the country. They're also allowing the 7th highest opponent 3-point field goal percentage. Now, Toledo does also have an overall offensive advantage. The Rockets are 86th in floor percentage and 62nd in offensive efficiency. Central Michigan, on the other hand, 128th in floor percentage and 143rd in offensive efficiency. Now, I already mentioned how they were specifically bad against the 3-point shot, but Central Michigan's defense is just bad all around. 208th in opponent floor percentage, 320th in opponent field goal percentage, and 331st in opponent points per game. Toledo should be able to score in bunches tonight. Now, I have one more final pick for college hoops tonight. We're going to the AAC, and I'm going to take Tulsa to cover the double-digit spread at home to Tulane, and I think they're going to do it with ease. This is why. Tulane favors the 3-point shot, ranking 105th in 3-point shot rate, but Tulsa ranks 14th in opponent 3-point field goal percentage. Tulsa, on offense, favors the 2-point shot, ranking 77th in 2-point shot rate. Tulane all the way down to 332nd in opponent 2-point field goal percentage. Now, Tulane is one of the worst rebounding teams in the country, ranking 345th in rebounding rate. That's 9th last. Tulsa, 158th, not too bad. And also, Tulsa, very good at home. Their field goal percentage goes from 41.3% on the road up to 47.2% at home. Their opponent's field goal percentage goes from 43% when they're on the road all the way down to 37% when they play at home. Also, finally, Tulsa is 10-6 against the spread at home this season, so they are a very solid squad when they're playing on their home court. Give me Tulsa to cover the double-digit spread tonight. So there you go. Those are my 3 top college basketball plays for tonight's action. Now, as always, we have Chalk Ninja coming up next with his best footy bet for today's Champions League action.
Yeah, 2 potentially insane games in the Champions League today, one of which is in Italy with Napoli hosting Barcelona. The other, which I'm going to look at here, in London with Bayern Munich against Chelsea. And this one's a tough one, I think. But I'm going to go with the Bayern Munich money line in this game. Chelsea is coming off a 2-1 win over Spurs in the Premier League at home, but all in all, have not been at their best at Stamford Bridge. 10th in the Premier League in terms of home form, with 6 wins, 3 draws, and 5 losses. They've had bad losses at home to the likes of Bournemouth, Southampton, West Ham, Valencia. Much better on the road this season, but to their credit, did look pretty good against Tottenham, it should be noted. But if anyone likes visiting London, it is certainly Bayern Munich. In their last visit, they beat up on Tottenham 7-2 in this season's group stage. And a few seasons before this one, they beat up on Arsenal 5-1. Overall, Bayern is the top scoring team in the Champions League with 24 goals. They average the most shots per game with 25. Lead all teams with an average of 62.2% possession. and gave up the second fewest shots per game at 7.5. 3 road wins in the group stage, pretty impressive on the road in the group stage for Bayern thus far. Obviously, that 7-2 shellacking of Spurs, but then also a 3-2 win at Olympiacos in Greece and 6-0 win at Red Star. I don't expect this to necessarily be a repeat of Tottenham or Arsenal, but I'll be shocked if Bayern didn't leave the bridge with 3 points in this first leg today. There you have it. Champions League pick for myself, 3 college basketball picks from Iain. Joe, of course, off today. But we will all be back tomorrow for the live show, noon Eastern on YouTube. Join me, Iain, and Joe for more picks on Wednesday's board. We'll see you then.